Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, so I thought I would show you guys, um, basically, I thought I would show you guys something I had worked on a long time ago, but chose not to show it just because of how many issues I was having um, playing Minecraft on Xbox. Now, you guys can see that this is actually not Xbox. This is actually PC, and it is the 1.14.2. Later this evening, I'm going to do another video to kind of show you guys that everything that I've ever made still works. Seriously, there's no changes whatsoever. But on Xbox, uh, you know, stuff doesn't work right with redstone. It never has. So I'm not even gonna go there with it. But it is possible for most of the stuff to still work. But there's so much stuff you'd have to do that it's almost ridiculous. So this is my version 7. Version 7 multi-floor elevator, and I've tested this pretty thoroughly. Now, I originally made this on the Xbox 360 and then converted it over to the PC. We are going to go ahead and turn off clouds because there's no reason to have them. Now, I will say that you do get better frames per second, for sure. Better frames per second in a void world. I do have some testing that I would like to do, but in all reality, I'm going to go ahead and say that most people that would want to build this elevator would probably do it in creative. It's just all of my multi-floor elevators just require so much material that I'm going to say that it's probably not possible to make it. So this is the smallest version. 3 floors is basically what I believe to be the tallest that I would like to make it. And I stopped using signs and I started using just colored wool. And anyway, so let's just check it out. I actually forgot what this command block is here. Oh, okay. That's so I can teleport. I don't know why I put that there, but whatever. Relatively easy design. It's actually pretty small, so it is, the circuitry in it. Let's see how many blocks it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 13 by 15. And then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Now that is, of course, if you are doing it like I'm doing it, which is for, this is to make it look a little, have a good decoration, have a good color. So the best way to show you guys this is that you can go up to any floor you want to, and then go down to any floor you want to. There are some tricks to this, which is the elevator has to be manually reset. It's not like a real elevator. It's a Minecraft elevator. So it has 2 functions that a real elevator would never have, which is it has instant extension and instant retraction. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to what is this, cyan? Is it cyan floor? It's light blue floor. Now this is one of my fastest. It's one of my fastest elevators. So this isn't something that normally happens. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you guys that every elevator can run into issues, seriously. Yeah, let me show you guys some stuff here before we go crazy. I have this in a specific I have it in 720. So I'm going to go ahead and just do something really quick, and that is I'm going to basically make this full screen. It does play with it. I don't know why, but it will mess with it. So let me go ahead and let's see. Do we have everything correct here? Yeah. So let's go ahead and just reset this from scratch. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the down button. Now I can feel it in a frame rate lagging, but this is a very fast elevator. Now, just to let you guys know, elevators are not 100%. Depending on your connection, your PC, you either have to hold jump, and this is absolutely necessary on Xbox. But on here, I shouldn't actually have a problem unless I'm out of position or if my frame rate's bad. And yeah, it does seem like I'm having some sort of issue here. I like the new glass look. Yeah, so we're barely making it up to the top floor. Now this elevator has no option to slow it down. And there is another version of it that's even smaller, which is basically just goes from point A to point B. Now it's kind of funny because I actually tried this elevator earlier, and it was working absolutely tits up. So for it to be where it is right now, let's see it again. Yeah. So what would cause it to say for you to get stuck in it? And I'm going to say it usually has to do with FPS, whether it's recognizing you on it, whether it's updating correctly, and so on. Like I said, this actually worked absolutely beautiful, which is why I actually was showing you guys it. But it does look like it does have some bugs going on with it. It is possible that I may have to just try holding jump when I do this. And you can see that I got pushed to the side. So that actually says to me that there's probably something going on there. Let's actually see. So if we got stuck here, and I'm showing you guys this because there could be issues in other places that would cause it to do that. This is a one-tick elevator, so it's relatively easy and smooth. But there are things that can prevent you or even get you stuck in any elevator, including so if we were getting stuck right here, I would assume that one of these pistons is not doing what it's supposed to. Let's actually see what happens here. And I can definitely feel frame rate. Now, one thing it could be is that I'm streaming at the same time, which is probably causing a lot of processing. So, yeah, I'm going to say that that's probably what it is. I'm recording, so it's actually causing me to experience some lag. I would have not guessed that, honestly. But anyway, I will say that this does function. It used to function pretty well, and we are on the most current update. I just basically stuck this up there. So let's say that we only did it 2 floors, 1 and 2. There would be no reason to have a multi-floor elevator. So if it's not doing that, the only thing I can guess is that maybe there's something going on. Let's try this bigger one. It's weird that I'm used to the buttons making a clicking noise, like they go click, and they're not doing that. So this is turned from a showcase to a troubleshooting video. Okay, so we activated the top floor. Which should have activated this, and I felt some severe lag. Let me see here. Somebody's commented, your Minecraft videos are really awesome. I wish I could do this. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. My son actually was just telling me that I should start making videos again because he's seen some of these and he's just like, it's crazy how much you've put into these. Um, but yeah, I think since I'm probably going to change the title of the stream, I'm going to change it because this elevator needs to be tested. Like I said, when I wasn't recording, this was working perfectly. Now that I'm recording it, it does seem like it's having some issues. Um, so anyway, let's try this humongous elevator. Actually, let me go back up here. All right. So, is it set? Okay, so the top floor is set. I wanna unset it though. I really do. I wanna unset it. I want it to be like it was. Yeah, just that little bit should not cause the amount of frame rate I'm getting dropped here. It is possible that I have too many chunks loaded. Let's go ahead and use. Let's just use the current. I have a feeling that that's what it is. Let's try it now. I have a feeling it's because I'm using I was forcing it to be in 720, and that will cause issues. So let's try this again. Okay, so light blue floor. I don't think I actually reset this. Yeah, so I just reset the floor. So let's go ahead and call it down to us. So this is instant retraction, right? So it disappears immediately. So you can get in the elevator and get ready. And so we know that this isn't active. And then we want to get in here. And we want to be about right here. Hopefully it works. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's what it was. It was my resolution. Sorry about that. I should remake this video, honestly, because I'm going to tell you, I've never had a problem with it. I was like, I'm recording, and now all of a sudden, otherwise I wouldn't want to show it to you guys. So let's go down to magenta. Or, yeah, is that magenta? Yeah, magenta. And it doesn't really matter where you stay. I will say that you do take some fall damage on this elevator. It's designed to be fast, not to be perfect. It's really not. It's just designed to be as fast as I could make it. I could adjust this so that it's you don't take fall damage, but it would cause some problems, in the circuits and make it a lot bigger. So I decided to just make it so that you just basically fall. You're only falling like 4 blocks, so you're probably going to take half a heart's damage. From here, you can run into a problem. If you just leave, this floor will always be active. So the idea here is that, say you built this underground, and it's in a mine or something, or say you wanted to just build it like I have it, it's basically just so you could show your friends. And that's really how it's meant to be. It's meant to just be so you could show people what you made, and probably even take some credit for it, because in all reality, that is what it is. So one of the things you'd want to do with this particular elevator is that you'd always want to reset it to 0. Now, how do you reset it, you think? You reset it by just hitting down. And as long as the bar's up, that means that the floor is back to 0. And so you kind of have to keep in mind where you were. The idea with this elevator is that, it's really meant for you, not for 20 people. It's not meant for a server. It's meant for one person, just so it's kind of like a model. These are models. All the stuff I make are more like models. They're not really meant to be in creative or they're not meant to be in survival. It's just too much. I don't know if this has been active already. I did have an indicator system that I designed, but I did reset it to 0. So I'm pretty sure we tried to take it up to that floor and we got stuck in it. So let's go ahead and reset the floor. It can be kind of confusing to keep track I have my sensitivity up way too high. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see how it works. So this is with, like I said, this is at the standard resolution that I normally have it in, which is 1080. And of course, I didn't actually do this right. So let's go ahead and reset the floor. If you ever forget, simply hitting the up button will turn it off. If you hit down, you will go down. So you can go to any floor you want to. So let's take a multiple stops. Let's go to gray, green, and magenta. All right, that seems good to me. So now you just get in. It doesn't really matter where you are. So I think we're stopping at gray. So when we see the gray, we'll know that's where we're supposed to stop. So there you go. You can see we stopped at the gray floor, and then we're gonna go ahead and keep going down on our pre-programmed area. So we're gonna keep going down. I think it's I don't remember what color. It must have been green. So green. And then I know for sure it was the second floor, magenta. So I'm going to go ahead and go in this corner. I don't know. So if we're on blue, we have one more floor. There we go. So there we go. And then to reset it, like I told you, just always hit it down or up. Keep it always up or keep it always down. It's really up to you. Pretty simple though. I mean, compared to my old elevators, this thing is so simplified. It is. It's so simplified. It does not use any hoppers, which in all reality, I could make this a hell of a lot smaller using a hopper system, honestly. But I personally like the old, I'm going to say monostable design. It's just the way I like it. But I could make it smaller using hoppers. One of the things I don't like about hoppers is that when you leave a game, and if you started in a newer update, there is a possibility that you'll lose your material in it. Whoops. And it does happen. So if I load this on a higher update and then try and play it back in the 1.8, every item that's sitting free disappears. And that just sucks, if you ask me. This is one of my favorite designs, which I could do a tutorial on. And it's basically a modified version of CMB Minecraft's hidden waterfall. I made this so that you could actually make it infinitely tall. Seriously. Using some stuff. I have a couple different versions of this. But yeah, this is more of a showcase. So I would say that if it was me, I wouldn't make anything more than the 3-floor version, just because in all reality it's incredibly difficult to do. So is it Ori Kaladin? I don't know if I'm saying that right. What console were you doing this on? PC, Xbox One, or Xbox 360? I was actually doing this on Xbox 360, if you can imagine that. And then I basically rebuilt this on the Xbox One, and then realized that it just doesn't work on the Xbox. I do have elevators that do work on Xbox, which I'll show you guys here now. Since I'm going to have to change this title to us checking stuff. So this is my Xbox 360 world. And I actually converted this over years ago. I think we actually should have, let's see, Ender Xbox 360 world. I think I have the original, because it asked me for a backup. I think we can back up the world. I don't know how you do that. Let's see, play selected world, edit the selected world, reset icon, open world folder, make backup. Open backup folder. So yeah, you guys can see that I actually have backups of the originals. It says, let me actually see if I open this. You guys can't actually see what I'm looking at, I don't think. Void world. There's no date for it, so anyway, cancel. So let's go ahead and go to the 360. So this has been untouched, honestly. My son was in here earlier, and he was checking out some of the new icons. Um, and this is my 360 world. Seriously, and you guys might go, how the hell is that? It's because I converted it. I converted each world I had onto this using a program back in the day, which has all of my original designs on it. Let's go ahead and let's see. Set set time. I don't think that's correct. Let's try tab. Set block. Set world spawn. No. I used to be set time today. Let me try it. Set time day? No. I cannot remember the I can't remember it. That's hilarious. Let me see. That's weird. Look, it looks like those two chunks weren't loading over there. Okay. Let me see. Maybe it's time set. I think it's time set. Time set day here. /time set time day here. Okay, I think I get it now. So it's set time. Oops. Set time day, and I think it was what was it? Was it 12? Was it 1200? What the hell? Unknown command. Clear, clone, data pack, debug, diff, blah blah. See set. Or is it? It was time set, wasn't it? Time set day, midnight. Okay, I had it right. It just was forcing me. Let's do noon. There we go. Sorry about that. Let me check comments really quick. What's up? Let's see. Cool. I have Xbox 360. Maybe we can build the. I'm not on the Xbox 360, by the way. Not right now. I'm on my PC. I'm just saying this is the world. This is the this is the world that I had. That I used a mod to convert it over. Okay. So I'm only loading, as you guys can see, I'm only loading 10 chunks. Let's go ahead and fix that. Now that we know what's going on with it, we can go ahead. Let's go ahead and go to 20 chunks. That way we can get it to load a lot more, so you guys can see further. Now the destination on the Xbox One is, I believe it's 30 chunks. So let's go ahead and go over here. Now, you got to keep in mind this is the most current update on the PC. You guys can see here, this is actually a tutorial world, and I'm not kidding you. This is the tutorial world that I actually made my version 5 elevator on, which is, you guys can see the cool chunk marks. These show the chunks. I don't remember exactly what I have on here, but I do want to kind of show you guys some of the things that will work always, unless they decide to break them purposely. But this is one of the things that works really well. It's actually the CMB Minecraft combination code that I actually just made some modifications to. It's not my design, but it has modifications to it. His design does not have these repeaters. Mine has these repeaters to give you the ability to do double-digit numbers, which I do have a tutorial on, and it should still work on Xbox One, Xbox 360, all those. So it's 1412 is the code. So 1 and then 4, 1, 2. Now, just to show you guys that it's not some sort of trick, if you enter in the wrong combo at any moment, for instance, you guys can see that I'm using 1, 4, 1, 2, not 3. So this is key 1, 2, and 3. If I hit 3, it resets. Now let's try this again. So 1, 4, 2, 3. Nothing, right? So it's actually a combination. It's only a 4-digit. Now you could make this into a 9-digit, and I do have a tutorial for it. So there's no reason for me. It still works on here. It still works on all of them. So yeah, but if we were to look here, you could see that these torches indicate on the blue circuit. It indicates whether they're active, and as soon as you hit the wrong code, that's it. So 1, 4, 1, and then 2. And it opens. And then 3, because it's not used as an automatic reset. So if the last digit is 2 and you hit 2 again, it will not close the device. It has to be a different number. So it's one of those things where it's, you know, anyway, so 1, 4, 1, 2. So if I hit 2 again, nothing happens, and because 2 is being active, you can see that the number 2 is right there. It's the first column. So if we try hitting number 1, it will reset it. So it's one of those things it's just time tested. Seriously, it's time tested. You know, absolutely time tested. So some of the other things that works are, these are some of my older designs. This is a 3, you know, it's kind of big, but it's simple. This is a staircase that used to work. I'm sorry, it's actually a 2x2 door. It's just a really fast one, as you guys can see. It's super fast. Keep in mind I made all of these on the 360. This is basically a circuit that makes any door a good guy door. If you guys want to know what that means, it means that you come up to the door like a 3x3 or a 2x2 or even a 1x1, and you hit the button. It opens, you can walk through, and then when you walk through, it automatically resets it behind you, as you guys can see, and it closes the door. And then when you come back, it automatically opens it, you walk through, and then it closes behind you. It's a simple circuit, simple design. This is something I made a long time ago. It's kind of like an emergency exit. You know, it's an emergency exit. This doesn't work because I don't have any of the things in it. Seriously, I don't have any of the stuff. This doesn't work either. It needs a timing fix. This is actually not my design. It's actually somebody else's design. Yeah, but this doesn't work either. This does though. It's kind of funny. I built this with a buddy, and it is a pretty foolproof. I mean, honestly, it's a foolproof 4x4 door, but it's not seamless. But I'll show you guys something. Like, you can use this and it'll open and then close itself automatically. So you could use a wooden button and drop through. And then a lot of people don't know it, but if you use this button, it will actually just automatically close itself. So if you actually, let me just show you. If you actually were to be standing on this, you could see that it would literally leave you buried. If you could basically get through just like a trap. Pretty cool. Let me go ahead and get rid of this here. Yeah, there's no reason for it. That way, if you ever get stuck in it, or if I ever get stuck in it. So these are a lot of designs I made a long time ago, and this is actually, like, I mean, I did this a long time ago, not kidding you. A long time ago. So this spawns me into my house. Yeah, spawns me into my old house. It's a relatively cool. It's from my Let's Play series. And that door we just went through was a good guy door. I don't think that this is going to work, this 3x3 door. Or maybe it does. I'm going to have to look to see what door that is. Let's actually see. Let's see. So it would be game. We'll use tab game mode. We want to go spectator, so we can go and see. Is this spectator mode? No. What the heck? Let me see. I must have did that wrong. Let's see. Game mode. Game mode. Spectator. There we go. We can see what door this is. Okay, this is actually a very old design, and I'm actually surprised that it even works, which tells me that there's something... oh, this is actually a newer design door. It worked on the 1.8, so anything that works on the 1.8 should work on here. Yeah. Okay, so we do have, let me see, / game mode. And we want to do creative. Alright. This spawns me wherever that is, and this spawns me wherever that is. Okay, that was the wrong place. We did not want to spawn there. So we want to try the left one. Like I said, these are this next world we're going to go to is my original Xbox 360 world, and super old. Super old. I had a really bad habit of updating and upgrading stuff. Just all I had to do is just get preoccupied, and I would be doing that. Like, this has actually been converted to be Mumbo Jumbo's tree eater. So we did the right one, I believe. Let's go ahead and do left. This is yeah, this is my world that's on the Xbox 360 converted over before. I actually wrote the update, so we can actually see when this was actually done. The elevator testing. You know what? I don't have the update on here. These are elevators that worked really well on the Xbox 360 until they basically every other update they break everything on it, and I got sick of it. It's why I stopped doing videos. Let me see, get caught up here. So Ori says, okay, PC, then I've been getting some mods together on the USB stick, so I can disable them at any time to play normal game. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that you couldn't play with a modded save. I have an Alien versus Predator mod and a few zombie mods plus some vehicle mods. Nice. That's pretty cool. None of these are mods. This is all just, you know, me using my brain. Let's go ahead and the weirdest thing is I could tell you right now there is another world here. I just don't know where it is. So let's see. See maps. Elevator testing. So these are tiny maps. Let me throw this out. Yeah, it doesn't even show me on the map no more. I don't know if I'm going the right way or not because of my stuff's so bad here. I'm pretty sure we're lost. Let's see here. Oh, there's the fence. Okay. So if this is the old map, all four of them should be next to each other. I have a world on here that basically this is what was my most current redstone design, and it also has the tutorial version of the mob grinder I made a long time ago. It's not the best mob grinding system, but it still works. There are much better ones you can make now. There's one called the X grinder. That's pretty dope. So let's see if we can find this world. It's basically got a humongous CMB Minecraft clock. It's got my original elevator. It's really nice to go back in time and go, hey, how broken are things? You know what I mean? How broken? How broken? So this is the world. This is the survival world, which is not very big. And we can see here. That's crazy. You can see that the actual elevator design on this map. So I had a real fun time on this world. Me and a buddy of mine, we spent a long time building on this, and it had the new biomes on it. It was pretty sweet. I don't know what that is. It just looks like there's like some random sand that just goes straight through the map. It looks like a chunk was I'll say misdone for sure. Anyway, let's see what's over here. Getting kind of laggy, so I'm gonna say does seem to me to be like it's hard to believe how small the 360 world was, honestly, when I think back. There should be a world next to it. Yeah, you can see the pattern, the chunk pattern here. And I had to put it kind of sideways. I couldn't get it perfect on here. You guys can see that the chunk, you can see that the chunk pattern here, it's actually kind of dark. Let's actually, let's see, it's time set today. I always remember that used to get me every time. Time set 1000. So as you guys can see, there's the chunk world. This was so I could build without going across the chunk, and I would not get any one-tick differences on Xbox 360. It was a really cool map. It really was. I don't know why it's so big. Seriously, it shouldn't be. It might have been me screwing around. Yeah, it does look like that. It looks like I tried to add in double sets of the world. You guys can see it here, how it's not really right. And then there's a pathway here. Yeah, I didn't set it in the world right. So you guys can see this mod that I did, it actually, wow, it only did one. Really? It only did, I must have messed this all up. Watch what happens if I touch this. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm going to say that this world is probably corrupted. Yeah, it's probably corrupted. Yeah. Redstone world. Here's some random beds. I think that was a spawn location. That's weird. I would say that this is actually corrupted. It might be because of the new update. But we should have, honestly, we should have. Okay, so everywhere we're standing right now should be screwed up because it's something I added in just testing. Yeah. So we're now on real on real turf. So somewhere around here should be my original Xbox world that has my clock on it. Unless it got corrupted, it's possible. It really is possible. That's why I was kind of hoping to just hover around the world here. and try and find it. I will answer you guys' questions here in a sec. I kind of wish there was an auto fly. So I can actually do that. Let me see. Is there any more comments? Yeah, no more comments. Let's go ahead and go back. So version 7 elevator in the beginning I showed you guys was not working, and just simply by adjusting the resolution to what my PC is, fixed it. Okay, so we just passed this world. Now it does look to me like I went like this. I went I could use the editor tool to check this out. But this is a very old, it's a very old map. It's supposed to have 4. Now I have my original Xbox worlds. I have my original Xbox worlds. This might be it right here. Yeah, I think this is it. This is the Redstone Cathedral world, I think. And we went all around the survival world, so it could be anywhere near here. Yeah, Redstone Cathedral. I'm gonna fly this way. Does anybody remember me making this and having my friend Covert shoot his super cannon and actually hit that over there? I mean, it was crazy. It could go 300 blocks. 300 blocks. That's just crazy if you think about it. Yeah, I'm actually surprised I can't see my other world. I think I probably wouldn't have put the other world on here. Yeah, these are all original designs. I can tell this is like version 1, and then the slightly modified version 3. And then we have, it looks like Cube Hamster's elevator and CMB Minecraft's elevator. And then this is basically, it's a delayed version of the zipper elevator, which should work on here. I mean, it really should. Maybe not. Yeah, it doesn't work. I thought it worked. Maybe not. I'm just going to fly around this world one more time to see if I have my clock world on here. We came from the other direction. So, yeah. I'm actually surprised that it actually... I did this a long time ago. It still has the gauge I used to show people what height to build the mob spawner from. That's crazy. Some random block over here. The hell? Did you see that? There's stuff on the ground here. Train tracks. What the F? Okay, so I must not have that world here. If I do, I don't know where it's at. Yeah, it should be on here. I might have to use MC Edit to find it, but I'm pretty sure it's around here somewhere. Yeah, there's the survival world. So I'm just going to get back to where I have those checkpoints. I'm pretty sure, I'm starting to think that I only have these 3 worlds, but it does seem kind of funky that I wouldn't have put that. But I still have my Xbox 360 saves on my actual 360. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, I still have the 360. So I have all my saves, the original saves. Yeah, this was a cool world because you got natural iron golems. And it would have been the perfect world to build Iron Golem Farm, but the Iron Golem Farm will not work on this. And this doesn't look like it has the X grinder. So this was before I built the X grinder. So I'm just going to go ahead and save here. Save and quit. Let's check out some other stuff since this isn't actually going to be my showcase video. I do need to eat. Yeah, I do need to eat. So, multiple floor void. We're going to go ahead and back up and load, just in case something gets loaded wrong. So this is my original elevators, the ones that we have my multiple speed elevator in all different variants of it, and then we have the version 3 multiple floor elevator. This one actually uses hoppers, a lot of hoppers. There's a much simpler system now where it uses a comparator and it like auto locks itself, and it's much smaller. But I found that sometimes the item will disappear, and this one's items are still here, it looks like. Yeah, minecart. Yeah, so this should work. Ground floor. Let's go ahead and go up to floor 3. You guys will notice that compared to the version 7 that I showed you, this elevator is actually super slow. And the reason for it throwing me out is actually that they change things from the 1.5 update. It's actually one little circuit that's been changed. It's actually that right there needs to be on 1 tick. Every elevator I have was busted when they did whatever they did. And I'm not kidding you. Seriously, it was all of them were busted, and it's just a simple change of the circuit in the back, and the thing works perfectly. Now that may not fix this one, but hopefully it does. This is an MC Edit world, so it's a very old one too, so it may or may not work. Yeah, you guys can see that this is really super small in comparison, and a lot slower. Let's go down to floor 2, see if that works. You'll also see that you shouldn't take any fall damage. You don't see any, like when you fall from a really far height and you see your feet hit. You don't see it on here. So let's go ahead and take it all the way down, which would reset the elevator to 0. The thing I didn't like about this elevator, although it's simple to build, if you actually call the elevator up to you, you have to wait. Whoops. And that's one of the things I didn't like, was that you actually have to wait quite a bit of time for it to come up to you. It's hard to even tell if it's even coming. Did the signal even go down? And that's something you gotta look at, and it's kind of can be a pain. Yeah, it looks to me like it did not get the signal. Yeah, it didn't get the signal. Let's try it again and see what happens. I have a feeling the floor is just set wrong. Let's check it out. Nothing, huh? You know what? Let me look. Yeah, it should go hit this. This should come down, activate the floor, and then it should also... Okay, you know what? You have to hit down. I forgot about that. You actually have to hit down for it to come up. It doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, well, you know what? That's something that I should change. Definitely. Very, very awkward. Yeah, that's very strange. Honestly, I don't know why I did that. Yeah, we're talking years. You know, it's been years since since I've done anything. So the thinking behind this was probably to make it simple. Seriously. Because when you activate this, it doesn't activate anything but the floor. That's all it does. It activates the floor. It does not send a signal downward. So, but I know that if you hit down here, it will activate this circuit here, which will, you know, it will do that. So if you're here and you hit this, it will drop the floor to you and then you can actually head down. Yeah, the top floor has to be sent up. That is very strange. So this is basically just to reset the floor. That's all it is. It's a reset for the floor. So if you call the elevator to you, you hit down, right, to lower the... That makes sense. Okay, I actually understand why I would do that. Okay. Seems perfectly logical. And then that basically is just a smaller version of that one, which we're not going to look at today just because it's a lot. It's a pretty long video. It's 6:30 and I do need to eat, so yeah, anyway. We go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to just basically do this. And that is on the most current update. As you guys can see, we went from being whatever, last time I played it, when it says 6/12/19, I don't know why these don't have the original dates. Like this says 7/7/15. It's the last time I loaded that. 6/12/19. I don't know why it's like that. You know what? I think I actually think so I had somebody make a complaint about something, and I do believe it is one of the worlds we've already been on, and it's basically a 4x4 door. And they say it doesn't work, and it is possible that it doesn't work. I think this is the world. It could be the world. It may not be it, but I think this is the world that has... Yeah, there it is. So this door apparently doesn't work in the newest update. That's what people said. Let's check to make sure we have items in the hopper system. Everything looks cool. Let's see if it breaks. Somebody commented and said it doesn't work. It looks like it works to me. It's the Fallout 4 vault door. That's supposed to be the gear. And it opens up, and so you can get out. And in all reality, you'd probably want it to be this way. Let's go ahead and close it. So a friend of mine named Leggy, he actually did this, Leggy Eclipse. He actually helped me with this severely. This was the circuit I couldn't figure out. I don't know how to do triple piston extenders. I've never been good at them. But this is what you'd actually want to be looking at. Seriously, you'd want to be looking at this, and then when it gets opened, this is the idea. Is Fallout 4, you open the vault up, the gear comes down, grabs it, and it rolls over. We can't do that. I made a version of that a long time ago with Covert, and nobody really liked it. I could show you guys the version. So this will always work. It's basically it uses just gate logic, so it should always work. I don't see them to ever change it, but it's the good guy door. And what that means is you hit it and it stays open, and then you come walking through, and it closes behind you. And then when you're ready to leave, instead of having to hit a button to open, you just walk out, like so. Now I will say that I do believe that there was when you hit these buttons, there was a trick, I think. I don't know if you have to use wood buttons. It might be wood buttons. Oak pressure plates. Spruce. They changed the colors, huh? Nice. I'm going to actually see if that makes a difference with these. Now, originally I used stone because wood can be activated by mobs, but this would be inside your house, so that shouldn't matter. And it does seem to me like you're better off using stone. It's probably cheaper. It's probably cheaper for the wood, though, I would say. But using stone, mobs don't trigger it. I don't know why, but see here. Any more comments? No more comments, but 4 people watching. So anyway, we are gonna go ahead and end here. I did want to see this work and see what I need to write down how much items you need in it. So 8. Let me write it down. 8 items on the lower half, and 5 items on the upper. So upper 5. There we go. So yeah, so this basically we need to build a simple system to activate the door so you guys can see it relatively nice. So one of the things that I always enjoyed about CMB Minecraft's stuff was the fact that he always added in button activation. So I tried to keep within that theme of his elevator, or within his secret waterfall staircase. And you guys can see that it has a little bit of a shady waterfall dropping, but that's pretty cool. Now we can actually fix that by adding another block to this. Let's try 6 and see what happens. Weird. Let's try. So that's basically going to make the water do that. But what if we extend this by 1? I do remember this being 9. Whoops, that's way too much. What the hell? Hold on a sec. Let me... Oh, they're different materials. That's why. Cut sandstone. Cut sandstone. Cut sandstone. Sandstone. Let's go ahead and add in... that's probably why it was messing up. Let's add in 9 and see what happens. Should be a micro adjustment. See, over the years, so we're talking, I made this 2015, I think, 2016. And the only thing I've noticed is that the amount of time it takes for an item to transfer from a hopper seems to be slightly different, because this was pretty perfect. It could also be something they did to change the water system. And there you go. You can see that just by simply adjusting it. I'm going to actually take note of this. I don't think that we need... I think 9 in there is good. And I do think that... I think we were good with 5 here. Let's actually try it. Just, you know. I'm starting to get the redstone bug again. I don't know if that's a good thing for you guys or not. But I definitely am feeling the urge to want to make these things work better. Well, that was close. That could have been a problem. Let's go ahead and add in. Let's keep it at 6. Let's try 7 here. 7 should give it a really, really long time. Basically what should happen is when we turn it off, that should activate instantly, but then when it does its timing, it gives it a certain amount of time, the water stays off, and it then makes it nice and safe. So we got 9 and 6. So literally adding in I had to add 1 or 2 blocks. So yeah, that could be something that you might have to update. If I don't think I ever did a tutorial on that. So Yeah, somebody commented and said waste of time, waste of their life here, and it works fine. So I don't know what they're smoking. So, all right, that's the tutorial world, and that's it right there. I don't think elevator tutorial version 5 1.8 redstone you need to know world showcase elevator version 5 1.8.1 shader mod tutorial for point A to point B. That was my original one. Ender server on the 1.7.10. That's a very old save. Do not want to mess with that. Potion Lab sorting system. Ender server 1.8 update. That's definitely one I want to keep. Covert's 3x3 doors. I do want to check these out. We're going to back them up and look at them, and then I got to go make some dinner. Okay, so this is basically Covert, one of my friends. I haven't talked to him in a long time. He has been trying to make a better and better door. This one is a combination door lock system. It may bust. I don't know, but I know that it was working tits up when I had it. So the way that it works is you have to know the right code. The code is to have the solid blocks like that, and then hit the button, and then it should open. Now it's obviously not doing that. I believe the reason why is that it does not use a monostable anymore. This track doesn't work. So I don't think that this gets updated anymore. So I do believe that that would have to be whoa. So let's see if that's supposed to do that. I could technically, yeah. See, this is on the open position, so I would have to change this out. But it does seem like a simple fix because this is supposed to monostable. It's supposed to be updated by this power source. So something that could be done to make this a monostable that wouldn't update this next piston. How do we get this block to be here? I could switch it to a solid power source, but we want it to be button activated, so this not being a monostable anymore kind of sucks. I wonder if I'm actually trying to think of what would update this, because it's not going to bud. It is possible to... How do we get this to be when we hit that button? It has to be monostable, so this right here would need to be replaced. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and just use a... I'm going to use a piston. I'm going to just use a piston with a lever. Oops, that was real smooth. Goes to show you guys I have been a little rusty. I could probably, like I said, I will probably... So when you turn it off, which is why I was doing this. So if we hit this torch, we're going to get a signal from here. I'm going to go ahead and use a slab. We're going to use a slab, and that way the power cannot go backwards. So we want this to be a monostable here. So I think I can hook up a monostable. Just a simple one just for now to make a one block monostable as possible with a hopper and dropper. Let's see here. Let's move this stuff away. So we want a dropper and a hopper. Now I don't remember exactly how it went, but I do believe it was something like this. Wait a minute. Control. Whoops. Is it shift? It's control. Is it control shift? No, it's is it just shift? No. Crouch. It was crouch shift click. Okay, I actually don't remember how to do that. Let me see. I know that when you're crouching you can hold, was it alt? Maybe it's alt. No. Crap, I can't remember what crouch shift was. It's C shift, C crouch. Alright, we're just gonna land here because I don't remember how to do it in air. I could have swore it was crouch shift at the same time. Is it C shift? No. Is it Z shift? No. It's not tab shift. Anyway, I just found the screenshot button. So this is basically what we want to do. Is we want to have, we actually want it to face the other way. So we want it going that way, I think. We want it going that way, and then we want this in there. Is that how it goes? And then we want another one. Actually, you know, I think this is how it goes. Okay, so oh, it's space and shift for any of you guys that might be wondering. Okay, so this should be it, and then you put a comparator here, and then you put an item in there. Let's go ahead and throw in this piece of magenta. Is it the? It's actually cyan. Let's throw that in there and see what happens if we just put a. That should actually update, but it might actually need to be. Yeah, it goes on to off. Let's try that again. Let's see. Let me see, hit this button. Ooh, that's the safety lock. Let's go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So it does work. Okay. So I could possibly squeeze this into it. I could squeeze this into it. Yeah. And then let's see. I could definitely squeeze that into it. So what we want is we want it to go like this, and then we want to activate it. Did it miss the... Nope, it just didn't drop it. Okay. I don't remember if this needs to be... I'm pretty sure that this has to be powered by a... I think it has to be powered by a blob of redstone or a repeater. And I think it used to be here. Let's check it. That'll work for now. It's a little bit big of a circuit. I do know you could do this as well, which would make it a little faster. So yeah, I'll just tell you guys, something I've always been good at is repairing other people's designs. I know it sounds terrible, but this isn't actually my design. This is actually my friend Covert's design. So what we'd want to do is I just want to basically put an input here to activate this. which wouldn't be that hard. But I'm thinking this could go here, and it could get activated by some redstone. Yeah, it'll get activated, and that will basically put the block in for us. So the thing is, it doesn't monostable anymore. So that would be my friend's thing. This is all to get this to block to update, and so forth. So anyway, opening it up, it does not work. It has to be a repeater. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I'm smoking stuff. It has to be a repeater. I mean, it could be a repeater from here, but then we have to make it bigger. So yeah, we do need a repeater there. But anyway, it's basically a combination door lock. There is a tutorial on it. Literally nothing's changed except for the fact that I had to add this on just now. Getting something to fit in there, I could definitely do that for sure. 100%, no problem. This is another door he made, which was basically you put a torch and it basically gets activated like a block update. So it's kind of like a secret door. I'm going to go ahead and say that it needs, I think it needs a little bit more delay here. Let's try two ticks on that, see what happens. Nope. Let's try less ticks on it. I think it was already on that. Let's try 0 ticks. Probably break it. Oh yeah. So it's definitely requires more ticks. So I don't think if we were to check it, I can do this. This is actually one of the reasons I didn't use. This is one of the reasons why I didn't use this particular design. Not because of any other reason than this is actually had different timings back when 360 was going on. So we don't have to worry about this. It is easy to fix, I'll just say. Honestly, it's an easy fix. It just requires, like, you really don't need this. You just need to the triple piston extender is using a block update to extend it, and so this probably needs to be withdrawn a lot quicker to allow it. And if you look, it's actually a 1 tick. It's a 1 tick design, so it should have enough time to keep it. But I'm going to say that let's check out these other ones. These ones are super fast. Let's see if it can retract. Yeah, so some designs are great for it, some designs are not so great for it. This one is a block updating version. I don't remember how you close it. Let me see. You do that and it opens, and then I think, what is this here? It's a furnace? What's this? There's a lot of new stuff they got going on. I do not remember what you do to activate it again. I think you have to. Yeah, because there's a carpet there. Is there anything underneath I'm missing? No. Yeah, the carpet's here to hide the piston there. Okay, so that's what activates it. So what I actually need to do is to reactivate this. I think you have to monostable this. Yeah, you just basically set it on top of the hopper to update it. And then it creates a monostable when you use the torch. So yeah, pretty sweet. Still works. Yeah, I had some people not complaining necessarily, but definitely this is the latest update for PC. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and make some dinner. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will do a video later on tonight that's much smaller. I'll probably just release a video. I'm not going to do any more intros. I used to do them. I kept them at 5 seconds. Nowadays I'm going, I don't want to do that. I'd rather have... I messed up a couple of them just because I was in such a hurry. But anyway, I will try to keep you guys updated. Redstone Master says hello with clappy face. I used to build a lot of your old tutorials from back in the day. Nice. I appreciate it. It's nice to know that people still look at my stuff, and I appreciate your comment. I have noticed that some people have subscribed to me recently for my Minecraft stuff, which lets me know that maybe console has gotten a little bit better. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will catch you on the next one.